CrossFit Hamilton.
Yeah, I'm Clinton.
From
CrossFit Hamilton. Alright, today we're doing the overhead squat. Now, the overhead squat, it's the Rolls Royce of squats. We tried to shoot this video last week, but we ran out of time, memory, yeah. Anyway, so we're doing it again without any stops. Got it? No stops. Right, so the overhead squat, like I say, it's the Rolls Royce of squats. It's the most difficult and one of these things that we don't encourage a lot of people. So as part of the fundamentals program, you may not yet be ready to overhead squat. You may not be ready to overhead squat in 12 months time or even 2 years time. Some people aren't ready to overhead squat well, they've been coming for years and they're still not overhead squatting. That's okay, but it doesn't mean that we're not going to be looking at the mechanics of it and making sure that if you are capable and competent, we'll certainly be loading you up in that capacity. Right, so the overhead squat applies, the same principles of squatting apply. So we're going to need, so if you haven't seen it, go back to our air squat video or our front squat or back squat videos. If you want to stay side on, we've got the integrity of the spine that has to be maintained. So we're going to maintain the curvature of the spine. We're going to be ensuring that the thighs are tracking out with the line of the feet. The weight's going onto the heels. If you want to go to the bottom of the squat, so at the bottom of the squat we need to ensure that the crease of the hip is below the height of the knee. We look at the angle of the shin and the angle of the torso. They need to be somewhat parallel. What we don't want is a vertical shin and a very cantilevered torso. So come back up. Right, so all the mechanics of the squat apply. Now what we're going to be looking at is the overhead position. So Bree, if you want to get that bar, so come around this way, Bushman. What we'll do is, so the first thing that we want to do is know that in terms of standing up, Bree, in terms of hand position, you want to make sure that you're aligning your hands up nice and evenly. Now most bars will have a bit of like a ring in the knurling that allows you to ensure that you've got symmetry between the left and the right side. The other piece that you're going to be finding is that some people that have really incredible mobility may feel more confident and comfortable overhead squatting with a slightly narrower hand position than others that may not have quite that same shoulder range. So in saying that, we generally encourage a wider hand position to start with. There's a few activities we can do to determine that, but Bree's got her range here, so what I want you doing, Bree, is getting that bar up overhead. Alright, so this is the most important part of what we need to chat about with the overhead squat. Alright, so Bree's looking very supported here, which is good. What we want to avoid is, can you show this? Oh, there we go, good. Try and hold there for a moment. See the way the outside of her elbow is pointing back, and look at what happens in the scapula here. That's not good. Turn your shoulders, there we go. Alright, so what she's done is she's trying to point that elbow to the side or even trying to point it forward. And you can see that brings the scapula in and down, so they're going to be sitting on the ribs are sitting on the spine, she's getting skeletal support. Go back to the other way. Here she's just loading up the labrum. That's not going to end well for her shoulder. So active shoulders are turning those elbows forward and pressing up as tall as she can. I want to see her really try and drive up into the bar. So if you want to come back around now, Fushy. So if we have a look at it, so Bree's got this active shoulder position. She's holding it up nice and tall. Now, that weight that we, in terms of squatting, we want to see her put her weight onto the heel, but there's this thing called this line of gravity. And it's her centre of gravity, and we draw a vertical line through here. It's coming to the front of her shoe, the tongue of her shoe. So about here, so we want to see this bar moving up and down that line. So as Bree's going to break back with the hips, she's going to, that's it, so that's position. So go to position 1. So position 1, she's going to go to position 2, where the hips initiate the movement. And she's going to start to work that bar back. All right, let's go to position 3. And hold. Good. So now you can see the bar is still lining up along that vertical line of gravity. Let's stand back up to 2. And 1. Good. Alright, so the bar at the moment is over the ponytails. So at position 2, the bum goes back and the bar goes back a little. That's it. Position 3. And so the further back the bum goes, the further back the bar goes. Back to 2. And 1. Alright, to 2. Press up. 3, keep pressing up into the bar, pressing up into the bar, good. Get the line of the thighs there, back to 2. Alright, now what we're going to do, to 1, we're going to cue Bree to go from 2, we're going to say go, so down and up through position 3. Ready? To 2, and go. Good, again, press up tall, active shoulders, there you go, good. Embrace the midline, to 2, and go. Good. Now, Again, we're going to get you to go from position 1. I just want you to really try and pressurize through that midline. So big deep breath in, make a six-pack out of the tummy, increase the pressure, and go. Good. Again, big deep breath in, pressurize, and go. Excellent. All right, rack it up. Good. All right, so we're not expecting you to be able to overhead squat. Something like that for the vast majority of people will take some time to develop. But we're never going overhead. Like we say, we want to try and show the armpit. We'll often hear people say, show the armpit, or point that elbow forward, or think of Atlas holding a globe, or a waiter holding a dinner plate. Get that position happening, press up into it nice and tall, and from there, once you're locked and loaded, you're good to go.